Welcome to Keys and Credit, the no fluff, no nonsense real estate and mortgage podcast. I'm Barb, your straight talking lender.
And I am Bill, the no bullshit realtor. What are we talking about today, Barb?
Well, I was thinking we were going to talk about unlocking home ownership and down payment assistance.
With first-time home buyers, right?
Right?
Do you have to be a first-time home buyer to use down payment assistance?
No.
You don't? You can be a second, third, fourth, or fifth?
Yep.
Okay.
Those are called step-up buyers.
What?
Step up. So they're stepping up from their previous home.
So it doesn't affect down payment assistance, correct?
Correct. I mean, down payment assistance is an income and asset-based program.
Okay, so real quick, let's back up. What is there such a thing? So a lot of people ask me this, I'd say on a weekly basis.
Mm-hmm.
Bill, I'm a first-time buyer. Is there a first-time buyer grant, free money that I could use? Does that exist?
Well, it depends. So some people are referring to the credit that people got back in
2008.
2008, 9, 10.
The Obama credit.
Yep. Bush, I think, had one as well.
Yeah.
But no, we don't have those anymore, those credits for on our taxes. But we do have down payment assistance, and there is some grants that are free.
Okay. So the grant that I want to talk about was the one, which I don't know which city it was in. It was down south somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
It had a finite amount,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it ran out.
Oh, yeah. A lot of them do. So the city and the county ones do run out.
Yep.
I'm doing one right now where the client is doing down payment assistance with Minnesota Housing.
Yep.
I'm assisting with the financing of that. So the primary loan is buying the house. Then they're getting $14,000 to go towards their down payment and or closing costs. Plus they're getting an additional $30,000 from Hennepin County.
That's the fund.
Wow.
That's
That's a
that
lot of
one-
money.
Didn't
That
that
is
one
a
run
lot of
out?
money.
So,
Not currently.
They refund it?
Well,
Not refund, like
replenish it.
Replenish it, yeah.
Yeah. So it had money, then ran out.
Because
He
I
had
was
found a
talking
house.
to our mutual
He-
friend about that.
He found a house, and literally that day they ran out of funds. So then he was out of the market.
That's the agent
And
that is
then-
buying your house, as a matter of fact.
And then 2-3 weeks later, all of a sudden, they replenished the funds. He found a different house, which is way better than the other house he had found. So he's so excited about that. And the funds were replenished.
Okay.
He submitted his stuff, and literally after he submitted his, he's not fully approved with them, but they secured those funds for him. They're now out of funds again. So a lot of them do run out of money. They only have so much free money.
But that is only that specific
So-
area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
two
That
questions.
county. Mhm.
How much is the down payment assistance, and does it vary off of who is applying? Applying.
So we had a kind of a blank. So let's talk about Minnesota Housing Finance Assistance. Let's start there.
Yeah. What?
Okay.
Right. What is it?
Let's start
Yeah.
there.
So it's down payment assistance that will assist you with your down payment and or closing costs. There is a program where you can get up to $14,000 or one that you can get up to $18,000. Depending upon your income would determine if you qualify and how many people are living in the home. Your down payment assistance, you sometimes have to pay it back when you on a monthly basis, depending upon your income, and then when you sell the home or refinance the loan, you have to pay.
So
it
there's
back.
different types. So it's not.
So it
free
isn't
money.
free money. You do have to pay it back.
There's
You
not
do.
free money. So this is like a second
Uh-huh.
mortgage, right? So there's one type.
I thought it
or-
was like a grant.
No. So there's
No.
one
You have to
type
pay it back.
where it's a second mortgage. You pay it monthly, okay,
Mhm.
until that's paid off, and they don't have to worry about it anymore.
10 years.
Yep. And then there's another one where it's attached to the back of the loan,
Mhm.
due on sale clause type of thing. So when you sell your house, that gets taken right away.
Mm.
Yep.
Okay. So it's not free money. It might look like it on the second part of it, on the second qualification part, whatever it is.
Yep.
It might look like free money because
Uh-huh.
you're not paying it back, but
On a monthly basis.
on a monthly basis,
Mhm.
it comes out of your equity when you sell your house.
Who
Correct.
does and does not qualify for this?
You have to be above a 650 credit score. The primary loan is going to be either conventional FHA, VA, or USDA. And why one would use down payment assistance with VA, that's 100% financing, or USDA 100% financing, is you can use it towards your closing costs.
Yep.
So if your seller is not contributing to your closing costs and you don't have the money for that, you can use this assistance
So-
program to pay your closing costs. You do have to have $1,000 of your own money into the transaction.
That's the minimum is $1,000.
1,000.
But down payment assistance, it doesn't have to go just towards down payment.
Correct.
It's just the name, Minnesota Housing Finance Assistance, down payment assistance. It can go towards closing costs. It can go towards points if you have it.
Yep.
Right.
If
you have extra, do you have to use the entire 14 or 18 grand?
No,
So
it's up to.
Up to. Okay.
Yep. Up to.
All right. So when you go into buy a house, does anybody need to know about it?
No,
Right.
you said on your contracts
Yeah.
that you don't have to disclose that.
So there was a thing. So this was getting discriminated against last year, the year before. I can't remember when they changed the rule, but we'd have to put in our financing terms, whether it's FHA, VA, USDA, all that stuff. And we'd have to put in if there was subordinate financing, which would be MH or Minnesota Housing Finance Assistance. People would see that. They would assume that the people didn't have any money, and they would overlook it for the next offer, or
Right.
the same offer with the same terms just didn't have down payment assistance. Now we don't have to disclose it, so nobody knows. Nobody has to know. And honestly, sellers, nobody cares. The
No.
money's the same. The check
Right.
is the same.
Right,
right?
as long as you can fulfill your end of the contract.
And it's
How does it matter?
Let's use a scenario. So say on a regular home purchase, you're going to put, say, 5, 10, 15% down, 20% down. Okay. Now, if you don't have that 5 to 20% down, you can use
Down payment assistance.
down payment assistance to get into your first house. Instead of having to save all this money for closing costs, insurances, taxes, escrows, first-time buyers get blown away by it all. The nickel and dime stuff. This takes
Yep.
care of it.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. I just had a mom last week that closed with down payment assistance, 2 kids, and she was super excited. She had lived, she was renting in Minneapolis. She really did not think home ownership was within
Yep.
her reach. And I was able to show her that she could do it, and she got in for the $1,000.
Those are the best. Our Hinckley one that we
Yeah.
just closed. Same
Yeah.
thing. I mean, those are the fun ones when they call and say, "Hey, you know what? I got to wait a couple years, but I want to buy a house. I got to save money for this." Drunk Uncle Bob told me I got to save money for that. We're gonna come back to that. But we figure out if they qualify for Minnesota Housing Finance Assistance. Most of the time, if they're first time buyers, most of the time they do if everything's right. And we're shopping in a day or two.
Right.
Because now you have that 14 to 18 grand you can use towards closing costs,
Correct.
all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
That's pretty cool. That's useful information because a lot of people think like I can't buy a house just because I don't have enough money to put down.
Right.
And
That's like the biggest thing that people think.
the myth too with the grants out there, as soon as you tell them that there's no free money, they'll be like, "Oh, well then I don't want it." It's like, no. Just because it's not free money doesn't mean that it's not useful.
Right.
Right. I mean, to have a second mortgage, what's the average payment on that 14 grand?
Oh, like less than $200.
Less than $200.
Like
right.
maybe 190. Depends upon rates. It matches the first mortgage interest rate.
Right. So just because it's not free money doesn't mean it's bad, because it's getting you into your first house. It really is,
It's a stepping.
And most people are using 3.5% FHA to get in their first house, and that 14 grand will cover most, if not all that, depending on the house price.
Is there a limit to what you make to be able to qualify for this?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
What-
based on your income.
What is the income
So-
requirements?
Well, so depending upon if you're using startup or step up and how many people are in your household would determine what those income requirements are. You have to be below 80% of the area median income, depending upon where you're buying. So roughly, if your income's less than $105,000 a year annually combined, if you're married, you would qualify.
She
Good
knows
to
this
know.
stuff off the top of her head.
Good to know.
Just off the top of her head.
It's like
She didn't look at
105,
anything.
450
She,
or something like that.
it
So-
just blows me away when she starts
but it
spitting this
depends
stuff
upon
out.
the county.
Yeah.
So I
Yep.
clarify
And
that.
you know all this stuff, right? So
Oh,
if
yeah.
someone calls and says, "Barb, I don't know if I qualify for this,"
Yeah.
how long would it take you to figure out if they did?
An hour.
An hour, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's to get pre-approved on honestly anything. It doesn't take that long.
No.
Right?
No.
Yeah, whether it's down payment assistance or even a regular mortgage. So,
Correct.
that conversation of I don't know if I could buy a house.
Yeah.
Call us. Call Cody. He'll connect you with Barb.
Make sure it's Cody with a K though.
Oh,
Yes.
Cody with a K. It's not Cody with a C,
Yes.
because he gets a little perturbed about the C thing.
Yeah, that's me.
I really don't have a lot. Down payment assistance is simple. We use it all
It
the
is.
time. It gets people into their first houses. The only thing that,
I think more people would qualify for it than they would assume.
and
Oh,
that's,
yeah.
it is. Usually when people call and say, hey, I want to get ready to buy a house, we'll ask them, have you thought about down payment assistance? Have you looked into it? And they go, what's that? And we'll explain it to them like, we don't know. So
Well, I mean,
Barb will check into it and see.
from the standpoint of even if you do have the money for the down payment, but you do qualify for the down payment assistance, why not keep that money in your bank account?
Exactly.
Well,
Leave it as a
You
cushion.
so
Oh, you can't.
You can't have a lot of money. You
Well,
can't
let's
have more
say-
than like 12,000. But
Okay,
yes, but if
but
you
still,
had $5,000, why
That's
wouldn't
a
you
lot of
just
money
use your
to
1,000?
hang on to it.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you just use your 1,000 minimum requirement
Yeah.
and save the other 4? Because you never know what the future's going to hold. Maybe
And
you'll
if
need
you're
a.
just buying this house, you're probably painting it. You're probably buying furniture. That
You
stuff
got to buy
adds
shower
up.
curtains.
stuff
You got to
adds
buy all
up.
kinds
Yeah.
of stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, good to know. I
Yeah.
learned a lot this episode. I'm going to share this with a friend.
Thanks, Cody.
If you found this helpful, share this with a friend.
All right. Well, I mean, do you guys have any more on this, or do you think
This one's
should
simple.
we wrap this one up?
This one is super simple. It exists. The problem is people need to know it exists.
Yes.
Right? I mean, a lot of people don't know this exists.
Yep.
So
And there is other programs as well, not just down payment assistance. So based on your income, we do have grants available that are conventional. You can get up to $2,500. That's free money.
free money.
Free money.
right?
It's based on your income. So, everything's all based on
But you check all this stuff.
yeah.
Right? When someone calls and
someone's
says,
scenario.
"Barb,
So
this
I'll
is what I
show
got."
them.
Okay.
I'll show them side by side the different scenarios and
Okay.
what best suits them.
So when
Boom.
Cody with a K talks to you today and gets pre-approved for his house, you're going to go through some of this stuff.
She's
and see if
she's
he's
gonna
got
be like,
options.
oh boy,
Yeah.
this guy is
You are
broke.
screwed.
What can we get him approved
You
for?
are not getting an investment property ever.
I have above a 650 credit score.
You're batting 1,000.
So-
You're rocking. You're rocking.
One of the checks is good.
His house is under contract. He's rocking. He's actually in
good.
good shape.
Yep.
He's in really good shape.
Yep. Heard that.
You could hear the elation. Okay, we're done. Anyways,
Thanks for tuning in to Keys and Credit,
Just got cut off.
where the only thing inflated is your knowledge.
Isn't the market?
No, isn't the market.
Thanks for tuning into Keys and Credit. Thanks for tuning into Keys and Credit, where the only thing inflated isn't the market, it's your knowledge. If you found this helpful, share it with a friend or leave us a review. It helps more than you think.
More than you think.